Recording started.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dub C's coming in on this Tuesday. Yes, sir. That's right. That's right. You got it. Coming in, truthfully speaking, just to show where I tell it like I feel. Questions. Oh, 9 yards. Today we'll be talking about something that's really serious. The loss of a loved one. How do you deal with it? And a simple question is this: is there a time limit for you to grieve a lost loved one? You know, I know some people that say, you should have been over it, get over it, stuff like that. So what we're going to discuss today is losing a loved one, a friend, family member, whatever it might be. My question to you is there really a time limit on grieving a lost loved one? Personally myself, I don't really think there is a grieving, a time limit, because every person handle things differently. What may be simple to one may not be simple or easy to another. So, the last thing you should do is try to rush somebody or tell somebody that they should be over a situation or they should have dealt with this, because it's not up to anybody to rush somebody through a grieving period. It's just, you be there for the person, allow them to grieve, and hey, we just do that. But if you got any questions, call in and share your thoughts. What is your opinion on this topic? Is there a time limit on the grieving period when you lose someone? And I'm gonna go back personally myself and say it. I don't feel there's a time limit, because every loss is different. Every loss hits you in a different party, but it hits you differently. Every person that you lose hits you differently. You can lose somebody today and it hurts you, but just like, hey, things happen in life. Sometimes you can, like, if you lose a mother or father, something like that, that's deep. That's deep, especially if it was like a good relationship there. So, I just want to, that's my question. Is there a time limit on grieving a lost loved one? I had a buddy. He would tell people, well, it's been a nice little amount of time. You should be over that. You should be over this. When technically, who are we to tell somebody when they should be over it? How do you prepare for losing there's no preparation for it. So if you can't prepare for death, the loss of a loved one, how do you deal with it when it actually happens? One thing I say, you just got to be strong. And one way it also depends on the people around you in your circle. That's when real friends or family members become supportive. That's when they're there when you need them the most. But then you get those that's inside. Sometimes those that's in your circle are the main ones that say, oh man, they're trying to hold on to this, try to use that for excuse, which some people do. Some people use losing somebody as a crutch to not better themselves, to not go out and try hard. Well, I'm in the depression. Well, I lost so and so and so, So it's all type of things. Some people take a loss and use it as their reason for not succeeding or moving forward in life. Sometimes that may be true. They may not be able to let go of that person or, get on with life. You never know, because if it's not you, you don't know what that person's mindset is. You have no idea what that person's dealing with. The person that they lost could be the person that cared for them, the person they cared for. And myself, being used to being in the health field, being a caretaker, I know for a fact, when you are attached to somebody, it hurts when you lose them. You know, sometimes as a caretaker, you get more attached to the clients than you actually are attached to your family because you spend so much time with them. They're depending on you, and in a similar form, you're actually dependent on them because once you become a caretaker, a real caretaker, not just somebody that gets the job just for the check. You can tell who gets the job because they really have that open heart of helping, or those who just want to check. But when you have that caring heart, then that's when you become attached to the clients. You they start to become like family members. They start to become part of you. And to lose, I've lost a few clients over the 7 years, 6 years when I did homekeeping. I've lost several clients, and it hurt to the core because one of the clients that I lost as soon as I moved away. I got word that the client passed away. And this client was so close to me because out of all the clients, she was one of my first clients. When I first started working for the company, she was a client that I had. And I had her the entire time that I was working at this company. So she and I had a relationship. I had a relationship with her family. And when she passed away, it was like a family member or a part of me was gone. So, and you don't just get over it, and that's just where it is, let me check something real quick. I'm gonna go to the phone lines. I got a phone call. I think I know who this is, but we're gonna go to the phone line. Caller, when you hear you are unmuted, state your name and where you calling from.
Hey, Dropper from Long Island, New York.
What's up, Dominic?
That's good.
What's good with you? What's your take on the topic we're talking about? Do you think there's a grieving time when you mourning of the loss of a loved one?
No, I mean, grieve for as long as you need to. I mean, especially if you're close to the person, then yeah, of course it's gonna hit you. Obviously, if you're close to the person and you feel like there's something that's all right, then yeah, it's gonna take a while. Definitely gonna take a while. I mean, even when you're through the grieving process, it's still gonna always be there. That's something you don't let go of.
Right. Okay. I feel you. That's a good answer right there. I mean, because a lot of people think I'm crazy. I lost my father over 20 years ago, but sometimes I wake up in the morning, and due to the fact the relationship that I had with my father was my best friend. He was one of my main. My mom is one of my biggest supporters. My dad was one of my mom and dad was my biggest supporter. So the relationship that I had with him, everything about me is me because of him. As far as being a man, my father taught me to be a man. My mother taught me to love. So when I lost my dad, that's a part of me that was taken away, even though he's still instilled in me. Every day I carry that with me, and the pain is there, but you learn how to deal with it and keep moving forward. So I agree with what you're saying, brother. It don't go away.
Yeah, that's fact. I mean, it's like I said, if you're close to a person, yeah, it's gonna hit you. It's gonna be like a missile. It just hits you right in the. It's just like one of those things where the emotion is definitely gonna be there. It's definitely one of those things that. I mean, the denial is definitely going to be there for a while too, because you're definitely going to wind up being
right. All right. That's what it is. But man, Dominic, I appreciate you calling in, man. Keep tuning in to the show, and if you got anything else to say, feel free to hit the line. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my man Dominic. He calling in. Hey. I gotta agree with him. Exactly what he said is that's how I feel. And okay, we got a viewer, and she says, Paula says, "Oh, what's up, Miss Jackson?" Paula says, "Everybody don't grieve the same. Some will grieve for a short period of time, and some it seems like a lifetime. I believe it depends on the relationship you have with the person." That's exactly what That's exactly what Dominic just got done saying. He just said, Dominic just said that it depends on the relationship with the person. So we agree, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. Man, but a lot of a lot of people, I've heard people say, man, it's time out for that. You should be over this. You cannot dictate when someone should be done grieving. Just be, you may have a cold heart where certain things don't hurt you, but I know some people that hold on to it so long that they become numb, they become heartless, they really don't have compassion anymore, and it's all because they're holding on to some hurt of a lost one. I mean, I've lost so many loved ones within the past 3 to 4 years. It's ridiculous, but I continue to go forward. And every day, every time I lose somebody, I go, man, how am I supposed to move forward? And then God kind of put in my brain, you built for it. You built for this. I didn't build you weak. I built you strong so you can be strong for others. So, I have to be strong so I can help hold up others. That's just my job in life. But don't get me wrong. Sometimes the strong one needs somebody to be strong for them as well. And that's when friends, family, immediate family, spouses, that's when they come to play. They come into play because everybody needs somebody. There's not a person on the face of this earth that can tell me they never need anybody. Because if they say that and they actually feel that way, there's a problem. That's the point. If they feel that way, they really need some help. They need somebody seriously. So, that's the way it is, man. Everybody needs somebody. And if you don't have somewhere to vent, someone to talk to, someone to listen to you, you best trying to go crazy. And that's not nothing. Holding on to things like that is not good. It's just not good. We're gonna go to a short commercial break, and I'm gonna come back. We're gonna finish this topic. Is there really a time limit on grievance? We'll be back in a second, y'all. Right here on Dub C's TV. Truthfully speaking.
Can we go back to the good old days?
Let's go.
Can we go back to the good old days?
Let's go back.
Go back to the good old days.
To the good old days.
Go back.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me
Whatever happened to them good old days when everyone came together and had fun. Children played, no bullets sprayed. Everybody in his family having a good old day.
We back with Truthfully Speaking. It's your boy, the digital DJ Dub C's, and we are discussing today, with all of the things going on in this world, everything seems to lead in one direction, and that's in the loss of a loved one in some form or fashion. We are all losing people. We got so many things going on. And while I'm at it, I just want to say rest in peace to a few people that was lost recently. A friend of mine, she lost her brother. She's actually tuned in now. I send my condolences and my prayers. Stay strong. You're a godly woman. You believe in God, so you stay strong. And again, my prayers to the entire family and my family in Chicago as well. All in Chicago, the Jones, Thompsons, Moore, whatever last name you got, we all come from the same tree. We lost a cousin I think last week. He was a Chicago entertainer figure, Duke Acapella. I just want to say rest in peace to him. People always say bad people, this person do that bad, this person. Well, we have to look at it like this. Nobody really deserves to die. I wouldn't wish death on anybody, because every person that dies, that person that passed away is not hurt. It's the people that's left behind. See, that's one thing that a lot of people fail to realize. They said, well, this person was bad. They did this, they did that. Okay, well, their passing it don't affect them because they're no longer here. They no longer knows what's going on, feelings or nothing. It's the people that's left behind that have to deal with the hurt, deal with the consequences of that lost one. So man, death can affect you in so many ways. The only person it don't affect is the person that it happens to. So my heart goes out to all my family members in Chicago. Y'all keep your head up. Keep praying. And I know we got some godly people in that circle. So my cousin Tyrone, you keep praying for everybody. Sherman, keep speaking to him. He's a young fellow with an old man soul. So you cuz keep your head up. I'm praying over on this end. Y'all keep praying over there. In situations that we going through personally within our family, man. We just ask for y'all prayer as well with those things. Just keep us uplifted too. Like I said before, the strong need someone too. But what is y'all? If you got something you want to say, you can call in and talk to us. Share your view, or you can just put it in the comments. What's your thought on the topic? Is there a time limit on the grieving process when you lose someone? And I got a second part. How do you deal with when you lose somebody? What is your method of dealing with it? How do you go about it? Do you do it the same? Do you deal with it the same way whenever you lose anyone, or is it a different process with each person? Me personally, I think that it's a different process because each person that you lose is a different person. They touch you in a different manner or in a different part of your life. And each person means something different to you. Same with your friends. Each friend, you can love your family, but you love each family member in a different way. You may love them all. You tell your family, I love all y'all, which is true, but you love each family member in a different way because each person touches you in a different part of your heart for different reasons. So when you lose somebody that's really touched you and gotten really close to your heart, it hurts. And sometimes you go and you want to start questioning God. I've gotten to the point, a few times where I say, man, God, I've never questioned you because I know everything that is done in purpose. But why? And then I had to stop and check myself, who am I to question the maker of everything, the creator of all? Who am I to question him? But being a human, we do that from time to time. We start to say, well, man, you God, if you really got me, why am I going through this? We have to check ourselves because we can't put everything on God, because it's amazing how when everything's going good, we're not worried about God then. We're not saying, man, most of us don't go, man, God, you really hooking me up. You really got my back. We don't speak of them until things get dark. Then we holler, God, you're supposed to be the greatest. You're supposed to have my back. Don't question him. Everything that happened is happening in line up with the way it's supposed to happen. It may be bad, but it's happening for, just the way it's supposed to, and some people that do, they get, I seen a lady, I was in the casino one day and I seen a lady, she was just like, God must be touching my machine because it's just raining. Why would you bring God in the midst of something, like that? We put him in the midst of things like that, but we really don't put him where we need to have him. All blessings ain't from God. Remember, remember the Bible said the devil gave blessings too, because why? He needs you to thank. All you gonna do is say, I thank God. See, the devil is a God as well. He's the God of this world. So when you start thanking God without saying his name, oh man, I just got this. I got this bonus. I just got this. I found this money. I got this. I got that. All these different material things that your flesh is desiring. Yeah, God gives you what you want. Well, he gives you what you need. The devil may give you what you want just so you can say, oh, wow, man, I thank God, man. This God that blessed me with this. I thank him. You may not even know it, but you're giving thanks to the wrong God. And it's just crazy. But that same God that gives life is a God that can take life as well. Everything happens for a reason. My man Dominic said it all depends on the type of relationship you got with the person or the people. I agree. We can't always pin everything on. We want to pin all. As soon as something bad happened, we say, man, the devil busy. Have you ever stopped to think that sometimes those are your actions? Those are your actions. See, God gave us the ability to know right from wrong, good from bad, and to make decisions. The devil ain't always the one creating your demise. So we can do it ourselves because sometimes we want to be the boss. We want to figure out things for ourselves instead of praying on it and letting God guide us through it. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna jump back to this because there's sometimes that a person can be going through something in life. And one thing that I've learned, and we can't accept this. We don't know how to accept it, but we have no choice. Everybody has their date of extinction. My friend, she was like, I had to accept the fact of what happened because everybody has that date of extinction. And I've always said that, but when I start to deal with things, when I'm dealing with a loss, certain things that you can tell others don't seem to come to mind because part of your mind is occupied trying to figure out how am I going to deal with this? I'm hurt. I lost something that's close to me. I lost somebody that I'm attached to. How do I pull through this? But again, that's what real friends and family members come in at because they're understanding. Now, if you got somebody coming around you, man, get over it, man. I don't want to come around you. It's not coming around you. You feeling down. You complaining about that. That's not a person that understands because sometimes that complaint, that whining can be a cry for help. And if you ignore it, you mess around and that person that's grieving the love of a lost one will be a lost one because sometimes people just start to feel insignificant. They start to feel unvalued. And then you got a person whose soul has a lost soul. They really don't have a purpose. They don't have a purpose of being here. So that's why I always try. I don't care who it is. There's people that make me mad and they just do things to me. I still try to have a kind word for them because it ain't up to me. Because anybody that do me wrong, I used to be that you do me, I'm gonna do you. You get me, I'm gonna get you. Or I used to be that vindictive kind that I'm gonna get you because I know you trying to get me. But God, I had to get a sit down. God had to put me in my place. Let me know that it's not up to me to reach out and do anything to anybody. It's not for me to chastise nobody. That's his job. Now, I'm still a man, I'm still a human, and I still have flaws. If somebody rubbed me the wrong way, I'm going to respond because I'm a human. I may have to go back later and ask God to forgive me for what I did or said, but I'm still a human. I'm not perfect. So I can't walk the waters. I couldn't walk the water if I tried. I'd sink instantly. But it's those things that we have to remember that we have to turn to God in our time of need. And losing a loved one, that's the time of need. That's the time we really need to be dependent on God because nobody's going to comfort you like God. Your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your family. Some family members going to make it worse. Because a lot of times when somebody passes along, you know what they do? And I've seen it firsthand. Somebody pass away, the first thing everybody start thinking about is what they got, what do they leave, and who gonna get what. That's the sorriest thing I ever in my life seen. You lose a loved one and you busy worrying about what you gonna get from that person. What did they leave you? How this gonna get split up? When I lose somebody I love, the last thing I'm thinking about is what I'm gonna get. I seen it firsthand. A loss of a loved one can split up families in so many ways because greed setting in, hurt setting in, frustration, all of these things mixed up together just don't mix. You get certain family members that's really seriously, sincerely hurt, Then they have a run-in with the greedy ones that want something from that person that passed. Now you got the person that's frustrated and hurt going at this greedy person. Now there's a torn family. So that's why I say when somebody pass away, their passing don't harm them because they're gone. It harms everybody that's left because somewhere in the family, somebody's going to be hurt over somebody's actions after losing this person. It sounds bad, and some of y'all are like, no, yeah, it's definitely true. Somebody can pass away, and the first thing people gotta say, well, how much insurance did they have? Who was their beneficiary? Why was this person left the beneficiary? I should have been in charge of this. That should have been mine. And then you have bickering, all kind of problems going on when you should be focused on coming together, holding each other close, keeping it right. Dominic said 3 years ago, my mom had stage 2 breast cancer. She made it, but ever since then, it's just messed me up and traumatized me. Well, brother, my heart goes out to you as well. Anybody that's dealing with somebody that's got something that can possibly take them out, that's painful. It's painful. As I sit here right now, only a few people know it, sitting right here right now, I'm dealing with a situation with one of my loved ones. It don't feel good for a doctor to tell somebody they have only a certain amount of time to live. You put a stamp on somebody's lifespan, that's hurtful. But what's even more hurtful is knowing that you love this person and there's nothing you can do to stop it. That's the most hurtful thing in the world, to see them go through pain and you can't do anything to stop it. And I'm a protective type of person. So for me to be helpless in this situation is probably harming me more than it is the person that actually has to deal with it, because she's so strong that she's come to grips with it. And I look at her and she's like a brand new strength to me, because I don't know if I could handle it like that. And to see her say that, hey, it's God's call, God got her, whatever God feels is right, God gonna take care of, that helps me a lot. But at the same time, it still hurts me, because if I lose somebody close to me, it hurts, because I can't stop the pain and I can't keep them from going away. That's just a protector of me. Dominic says she quit chemo early because it was killing the cancer. She felt really crappy. And that's exactly, my sister said the same thing. My sister said that she did not want that because she wanted to know who she was around. She wanted to be responsive. She wanted to be able to, if this was it, she wanted to be able to know, to be conscious of what's going on, know what's going on, even though it may be painful, she still want to have some relevance. She want to know who everybody is. And a lot of people, that go to chemo, they say, man, the chemo it was crappy. I don't know. And it messes them up. It may help, it may help them a little while, but it's still traumatizing. He said, I hear so many stories about people losing their moms and it scares the crap. Well, I still, luckily and blessedly, I still have my mom. My mom was just here. I just took my mom home yesterday. Just the presence of my mom does something to me. And I always say, if I ever lose her, I don't know what, but I've said that about everybody that's in my life that I've lost. I said, man, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this, but God always step in. God give me the extra breath, and God give me the extra push that I need to be strong for everybody else. Do I want to lose my mother? No. But do I think it's gonna happen at some point? Well, I'm not gonna speak on that, but I have to say this. When I look at my mom, I said, man, my mom's getting up in age, but her spirit keeps me going, because her spirit is a no-God spirit. So I look at that, and I'm gonna just be honest. My mom may outlive me. My mom's never been a smoker, drinker, none of that. My mom, she may outlive me. And that's what's happening today anyway. A lot of parents are outliving their kids because there's so many different things going on that the parents are burying their children. It's supposed to be everybody grow old and you bury, sit in a rocking chair and stuff like that. But now you have parents burying their children, most of them before the children even get to high school. But we're going to be ready to go to a commercial break, but I still want, when you come back, I'm still asking the question, is there really a time limit on grieving? We'll be back in a second, y'all. Truthfully speaking.
Oh yeah. Y'all know what time it is. Sunday for the hottest show on the internet. Underground Power. Sunday fun day. Yup, the day for Monday. We heading off to work, but just that fun day. So now we got to stop and think about it. 1 hour. Time for the Underground Power Hour. Real shower. So now we packing that punch like lunch, but people could do it cause we smashing the competition like Captain Punch. Now you got to come down and show the power. Everybody trying to get down with the Underground Power Hour. 7 years strong, show our strength. Now you know just what we mean, and you know just what we meant. Been duplicated a lot, but still they gone. Everybody that tried to imitate us, they didn't last long. So drop them hits in the email. Stories you tell to swell like this and still sell. So we gon' get it to you straight like power. Everybody, y'all make room for the Underground Power Hour.
Yeah, we back, truthfully speaking. Yeah, that was the Underground Power Hour commercial. For those that don't know, don't realize, check it out. This is what's gonna happen. The Underground Power Hour is coming back. And guess what? It's coming back it's coming back Sunday. Sunday, the Underground Power Hour will be back, but we coming back with the Underground Power Hour reunion with all the hosts from the past, everybody that's been a member of the Underground Power Hour as a host since I started 8 years ago now. Have been invited. Those that come, I'm glad to see them come and partake. Those that don't, I wish them well, you know what I'm saying? But y'all stay tuned. This Sunday coming up, the Underground Power Hour. I will be putting a flyer up about the new time. We'll be coming on once every other Sunday, and we will be coming on a little earlier. So y'all stay tuned for that. Now back to what I was saying. Is there any grief? Do you think there's really a time limit on grieving? We've been discussing that. My man Dominic, I agree with everything Dominic said, man. There is no my belief. There is no time limit. There is no time limit. What's up, cuz? He's my cousin. My cousin. We call him Bobby Q. But you know what? My condolences to you. My cousin actually just lost his mom, auntie. So my heart goes out to you and your family, cuz. My condolences, my deepest prayers and blessings to you all. And he said, nope. And Zealand that he's speaking about, that's my cousin as well, which is his brother. He lost his brother. He said, I still battle with Zealand passing away. And now I'm going through it about my mom. It's hard, but I hold my head up and focus on memories. And that right there is a key point. You can't sit back and, well, you shouldn't. I can't say you can't, because we still tend to do it because we are humans. We have feelings. We got emotions that tend to jump in and start to take control when you start getting hurt. You get those feelings of anger. You can get those feelings of hurt, misbelief, all kind of emotions come in. But he got a good point. Try to keep in mind all of the good things, the memories you got with that person. Like I said, my dad passed away over 20 years ago. And I was talking to my cousin Sherman today. They're actually mourning my cousin Duke Acapella right now in Chicago. He was saying, Uncle Willie Frank, which is my dad, he said, I'll never forget years ago, Uncle Willie Frank, he came, my dad was the person that kept everybody laughing. He was a funny guy, but you don't make him mad because that smile is just a front for the killer that's underneath. But He said, I remember your dad, man, Uncle Willie Frank used to keep us laughing. And everybody that speak on my dad said, man, Jones was the life of the party. He kept everybody smiling. His thing was to always see everybody smiling, happy. He'd crack on you. He didn't care. He signified with the best of them. He was funny. But to have my cousin say that, I was like, man, you know, you was a shorty, because I'm 20 years older than him. I'm like, you was a shorty, but he remembered that. And that's what you have to do. You have to hold on to the good memories. You have to hold on to the memories that the person, just like my cousin just said, he's holding on to the memories of his brother Zealand, which we call him Peekaboo. It's a long reason why we call him that, you know, freak. But and his mom. So man, cuz man, my heart go out to you, man. Stay strong, and you always know my number, and the phone is always on. Tell the rest of the family I send my love and condolences, and man, we're gonna keep on moving forward. We have to. But yeah, that it's just something that you can't put a time limit on. There's no clock that's ticking where say, oh, today you should be over that. And if somebody have that attitude that's telling you, get over, you need to kind of get away from that person, because that's not a person that mean good for you. And I always say that everybody in your circle, I'm gonna just leave it alone because I was finna get real technical with you. Yeah, but I'm not gonna go there. He say Freaky Z, that's it, boy. That's it. Old Freaky Z, boy. I'm gonna tell you why we started calling him Peekaboo when he was little. That dude was a little freak, boy. That dude, man, I remember I used to babysit him, and the lady upstairs, he would go out to play. The lady upstairs would come and she'd say, this little boy keep peeping in my window. I'm like, how is he peeping in your window when he in the front? This dude would go out the front door, go around the back, go up the porch, because just so happened she walked around in her birthday clothes, and he knew it. He'd go out there and stand by her window and peep. And she's always said, that's okay, I'm gonna catch that little peekaboo, bust him in his face, you know, little talk like that. But that's where he got his name, Peekaboo, you know, and you know, stuck with him. But just know we here because we all going through some different things. We just gotta come together and stand strong and just hold each other up, man. You know, it's no time limit. If you need to talk, you know, need to get some off your chest, cuz hit me. I'm always, if I'm available for strangers, I'm always available for my family and everything, you know. So, and Dominic said when his mom went through her breast cancer situation, he just completely shut down. That's another reaction. A lot of people go into depression, they shut down. You know, the loss of a loved one can do a lot of things to you, man. It's wild, man. It's just something that you can't predict the outcome. You can't say how you're gonna handle it. You can think you know how you're gonna handle it, but trust me, when it actually happens, it'll be different. You know, Dom C said, I'm usually an introvert, but this was like 10 times more than usual. Hey, I agree with you. Like you said, it'll shut you down. Losing a loved one is nothing easy. Losing anybody is not. It don't even have to be a family member. You can get wind. It can be somebody that live on your block that you're not really close to them, but you're used to seeing them. It can be an old lady up the block. I've dealt with this. That was an older guy on our block when I was growing up on 71st and Green. His name was Mr. Red. He was the old guy in the neighborhood that everybody knew. He'd walk up down the street. If he's not in his car, he'd walk. He was handicapped. He had a cane, and he act like he was a preacher. But sometimes we'd catch him smoking on the side of the building. But he'd come with his cane, walk up there. Everybody made fun of him. They made fun of him, but everybody knew him and respect him to a point that when he died, everybody that was like, man, it's not gonna be the same without Mr. Red. It's not gonna be the same because that old guy that everybody used to look at his shoes but they acknowledged him and they had a different type of love for him. But when he passed away, he was recognized and it was like, you know what? He was a nice dude, man. We used to mess with him just to get him riled up, but man, he was nice, man. And everybody missed that old man. I know I did. I didn't pick at him like that because I seen him swing that cane before, so I knew better. I knew better. I knew he'd swing that cane real quick, pastor or not. Dominic said, you always want to be around those who support you. Exactly. If you're going through something, the last thing you need to be around is somebody who don't understand, not compassionate, and that really have no interest in supporting you. They really just there. A lot of people come around you because they say, oh, this is when this person is the most vulnerable. When you lose somebody, you become some people become the most vulnerable. Some people become the most intolerable. So it can go any kind of way, man. But all I'm saying is, personally, on the way I feel, there is no time limit on losing anybody. If you lose somebody, grieve them. The thing with me is, I've been taking so many losses, I have yet had a chance to grieve anybody, because before I can get into a period to grieve, somebody else is gone. I've been losing family members left and right, friends. There's my mom. She said, I would say no, people grieve their way. I would say people grieve their way. Little or long time, some may pass on, still grieve. Exactly. I love you, Mom. Basically what she's saying is so true. Everybody grieve their own way. They grieve different. Some little time, some long time. Some people actually pass away still grieving. Have you ever heard of some people that say, man, my father passed away and my mother went right behind him? Because sometimes people can be so attached to somebody, when they lose them, they're dead because they lost part of them and they just have no desire to be without their part. My cousin Barbecue say, death is a hard pill to swallow, but you got to accept it and rejoice that they're at peace. And I wish people would be honest and stop telling them it's going to be okay. Exactly. Mom, Barbecue said, what's up? He would say, he love you. Yeah, that's the truth, man. First thing people tell you, oh man, it's going to be okay. Look, I'm hurt. Let me deal with it. Let me get over it on my own time. Oh, you should be over, man. It'll be okay. But like Barbecue said earlier, man, hard pill to swallow, but you got to hold on to the good memories. Hold on to the things that y'all enjoyed in life. Don't hold on to the bad things. Keep trying to remember that person in a good spirit. Some people say, oh, you come back, when they're gone, they're gone. But that don't mean you have to let go of the spirit that they left within you, the good memories y'all had. Don't let that go. Hold on to it, because that's how you want to remember that person. That's exactly how you want to remember them. So I really thank everybody for tuning in today. This only an hour show. I thank y'all. But this is my every Tuesday show, well, every other Tuesday. Y'all stay tuned. Next Wednesday coming up, I will be doing Brother's Keeper. It was formerly called Brother to Brother, but we changed it to my Brother's Keeper. Myself, Big Mike, and my other brother Tracy. We'll be back here. We'll be talking about something. If there's any topic that you feel you want to have discussed, inbox me and give me the idea that you're talking about, so I can do some research and we can bring that to the table. We're willing to discuss any topic that you feel. That's nothing too personal. That's nothing that can't be discussed, because anything that can be questioned can be discussed. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, y'all stay tight. Y'all keep moving forward. Keep loving each other. And remember, there is no time limit. You can't put a time stamp on when to stop grieving. This has been another episode of Truthfully Speaking with your boy Dub C's. And we out of here, y'all. what's going on here. Yeah, there we go. Fernandez Jackson.